Okay, we will continue. One of the most important characteristic of jet fuel is its volatility. Okay, what is volatility? It is the characteristic of a liquid that relates to its ability to vaporize or change into a gas. No? Ability to vaporize or change into gas. So meaning from liquid fuels it will change or turns into gas. Okay, a high volatile fuel is desirable to aid starting in a cold weather conditions. And then for the low volatility is desirable to reduce the possibility of vapor lock and to reduce fuel loss to evaporation. So jet fuel have characteristic. No? The one is high volatile. So the main advantage is to aid for starting in cold weather operation. But maybe the disadvantage is higher possibility of vapor lock and higher possibility of fuel loss or evaporation. While the low volatility is reduce the possibility of vapor lock and to reduce fuel loss to evaporation, but less desirable to starting during cold weather operation. No, there is a difference between the two, the high volatile and low volatile. Okay. So we will proceed. Jet fuel. We have two types of jet fuel. Jet A and Jet B types. Okay, by the way, jet fuel is colorless. So there is no color for identification for them. It is a colorless to straw colored or sometimes amber, depending on the source of the petroleum. Okay, jet A fuel has such a low volatility that at normal temperature it gives off very little vapor and does not form flammable or explosive fuel air mixture. So this type of fuel is a kerosene type, while the jet B fuel can be flammable or explosive. It is a type that blend a kerosene or gasoline. No, then particularly jet B fuel is for the JP1, JP4 is the type of fuel used for military aircraft or for sa mga air force. Okay, Jet A1 specify a freezing point of negative 52.6 Fahrenheit or for negative 47 degrees Celsius. For the Jet A, the freezing point of negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 40 degrees Celsius. While the Jet B, the freezing point is negative 50 degrees Celsius or negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit. No? So those are the two types of jet fuels. Then the aviation fuel have major contamination problem. Number one is water. Okay? Nganong water man? kay it condense out of the air in storage tanks sa mga fuel trucks or even sa aircraft fuel tanks, no? So from liquid condense, unsa man ang condense, from liquid to gas, right? Condense out of air in the storage tanks. So, like for example, like what I've said in our previous discussion, it is better to refill a fuel after the flight, no? Kay if dili na to siya matubilan na ay unfilled or na ay kuwang, so naato siya air nga mag-exist. So katong air pwede to siya mahimong water, no? So the number one problem or major contaminants of aviation fuel is water. Then these water contaminants in aviation fuel have two forms, which is the dissolved and free water. So this water dissolved varying amounts of depending upon the fuel composition and temperature. So depende ana sa imuhang composition and temperature. So like for example, no, kanang moingon tag humid, ingon ana, just like kanang mag-fog during sa buntag, no? Kung mag-fog sa buntag, ingon ana, gikan na sa kabugnawon sa kagabi, then it forms into tiny droplets of water tungod kay nag-condense siya. And then pareha sa humid, tungod sa surrounding nimo, murag unsam nang humid sa Bisaya, murag alingiing init, so dili maka-evaporate ang imuhang ang tubig, ang ihang water vapor, ingon ana, no? So mao na ang kasagaran nga nag-form siya og kanang contaminants. So mao na ang dissolved water. So lowering the fuel temperature causes dissolved water to precipitate out as a free water. So katong dissolved water mo precipitate out as a free water. So typically kaning dissolved water, there is no practical means nga imuha na siyang ma-remove, naagyod kintahay na siya, pero pwede na to ma-prevent or ma-eliminate. Okay, kaning free water, mura na ng free water, mo na siya nga murag kato ang undissolved or the excess water, mo na siya free water, form into slugs or in rain water, mo na siya mga ng tiny droplets nga mo appear sa imuhang fuel tank. So depende sa presence of free water sa imuhang fuel tank. So kani siyang free water cannot be seen in our naked eye, dili gyud nato ni siya makita, pero ang imuhang fuel tanks kung masugulan og free water, pwede siya ma-haze or cloudy. So mausob ang iyang appearance, no? So atong makita na pinaagi sa mura siya mag-haze hazy appearance or cloudy ang imuhang turbine fuel. So, many aircraft engines can tolerate dissolved water. However, large slugs or free water can cause engine failure, and ice from slugs and entrained water from severely restrict fuel flow by plugging aircraft fuel filters and other mechanism. So, kung dako na siya amount sa free water, mao na nga pwede na siya masa or madong dito sa imuhang fuel filter, another or unsa na nga mga mechanism to filter out or to strain the water in the fuel system, no? So for example, kung kanang water nga masud or masagol sa imong turbine, mao man nang naatay itawag og additives bitaw nga anti-icing. Kay once gani nga ang imuhang water nga nasagol sa fuel, once nga mo lower ang iyang temperature mo na mo form siya og ice. That's why isagulan siya og additives nga anti-icing aron ang iyang form magpirmi lang siya nga liquid as a water. So ang iyang gisagol ana, ang iyang tawag ana nga common nga anti-icing additive is FRIST, FRIST, manufactured by the PPG Industries. So isagol na siya during refueling para dili siya mo ice formation, to prevent ice formation, especially ang imuhang fuel is lower ang iyang temperature, no? So aside from that, we have some contaminants in aviation fuel. So like for example, kung mingon tag solid, mao na ang mga dirt, no? Mga hugaw nga nakasud imo diha, hugaw ba kag gamot or asa nagkagikan na siya. So kinahanglan nga ma-eliminate nato na siya. Second, water. Third, kanang mga surfactants and microorganism. So mao nay mga contaminants kinahanglan nga ato na siyang ma-eliminate. So those are the fuel contamination. So in order to kanang remove or to prevent or to eliminate that one, so kinahanglan na atay proper maintenance, handling of fuel para dili siya, so that we can deliver a dry fuel or distillate fuel to the fuel tank. No, kay kung masudlan gani na siya hugaw unya, mao nay usa ka cause nga magka-create og trouble sa imong engine or sa imong fuel system. So example, pareha ng mga kanang imong mga pipe or hose. So nagani na siya mga leaks, pwede to sudlan siya og tubig or pwede siya sudlan og hugaw, no? So kinahanglan nga ma-minimize na nato siya. And then kanang mga microorganism or surfactants, so, as I've said earlier nga naa siya kanang inhibitors, no? Motoy mo prevent nga mo kalat or mo daghan ang iyang microorganism. So naay additives nga inhibitors or sa specific niya micro sana siya microorbides, microbromides, yun ana. Okay? Micro bromides ang iyahang ibutang, i-apply sa imuhang fuel. Okay? So, if you have questions, you can comment on the Google Stream, or you can send message on our group chat. Then, by the way, I give you assignment yesterday sa basic fuel system requirements. So, I think tanan mo'y nakapass except ni Suway Bagyo. Siguro hinay ang iyahang internet or na busy siya. So, taas to ang iyahang basic fuel system requirements sa that is for the Federal Aviation Regulation Part 23. No? Or you have also a question regarding to that, you can send your questions. Okay? Thank you and good afternoon.